Shalini and Sanjay are very good friends with Gauri and Shahrukh. Dad is a huge believer in Vaishno Devi, and so is Sanjay. It was like almost like divine intervention, and that I feel like sometimes he's done more for my father-in-law than even I have done.
So, this season we saw the Karwa Chauth special, which was hosted by Redeema. And during that episode, we noticed that Sanjay Passi, he donated plasma to your dad during COVID, I believe. Did you know the Passi family before they hopped onto the show?
We've known Shalini and Sanjay for, I mean, maybe 20, 25 years now. I mean, but we don't meet too often because obviously they live in Delhi and we live in Bombay. But a lot of like social things, like, when there are the bigger parties in Bombay, Shalini usually flies down, and also Shalini and Sanjay are very good friends with Gauri and Shahrukh, and we meet them a lot in their house as well. But I remember a few years ago, like maybe 7, 8 years ago, a little longer, so we met at a party where my parents were also there, and Sanjay and Shalini were there, and Sanjay really got along with my mom and dad. I mean, they connected on Vaishno Devi actually, and because my dad is a huge believer in Vaishno Devi, and so is Sanjay, and they connected on that, and then they just kept in touch. And so we are 3 sisters, and I think my dad somewhere like just started, he's like almost like a son to my father over the years. This is, I'm talking about way before COVID happened, maybe 6, 7 years before that. He calls them every Saturday without fail. He checks on them, and they have their own great equation, my dad and him. So when COVID happened, and my dad was one of the first people before the vaccines had come out, and he got really bad COVID, and so it was so strange that Sanjay called my sister that morning and said that, you know what, I'm going to Vaishno Devi, I'll be back tonight, but I just want to tell you that in case you need, this is my blood group. He just said it by chance and left, and and my dad was in the hospital, so he just was checking on him and stuff. By evening, suddenly, it was like the doctors needed the plasma of that blood group exact. It was like almost like divine intervention, and we called him up, and he was like, I'll be there, and those were such hard times. People were scared to go to hospitals, and but he did it, and we owe him everything, all of us. In fact, Chunky said it in the video diaries that I feel like sometimes he's done more for my father-in-law than even I have done, because we live in a different city. We are there, obviously, we are a phone call away, and but he is in Delhi, and he really provides support to them like a son would. So it's not like he gave it and we became friends. We were always like known to each other, but that will always...
Yeah, that's always going to remain.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.